like which emphasizes about kindness, which from Central River region, but currently based in at Dipakunda.
Hello viewers, I'm Miss Khadija So you're watching us from our main studio here at Sukuta Lambai, and this is your program, The Poetry Slam. Today in the studio, I have an amazing young man. He is so talented and dedicated, hardworking. But before he introduces himself, kindly follow us on all our social media handles. We on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Asalaamaaleykum mbokk seetaankat yi ñoo dellu di leen nuyuwaat gërëm leen sant leen si ànd nga xam ne saa su ne yéen a ko ànd ak Jongul Online TV rawatina nag seen favorite programme The Poetry Slam ànd ak seen xarit seen soppe seen doom day Kadijatu Sow waaye tey nag macha allah wéetu ma fi benn yoon si biir studio fii nii ma fi amee ndaw bi nga xam ne daf lay yëngu si poetry moo tax Poetry Slam ñu daal di ko invite tey si biir studio fii nii pour mu amaa ñun tuuti waxtaan si wàllum liggéeyam so duma def dara du bàyyi ko mu introduce boppam waaye laata balaa mu introduce boppam naa leen wax ngeen follow ñu suñ social media handle si ñu ngi Twitter Instagram YouTube and Facebook asalaamaaleykum.
Walaikum salam. Thank you, Khadija.
Okay.
And for the wonderful speech that you have given right now. Okay, good afternoon, viewers. I'm Basirou Mbaye, but people know me as the humanitarian. I go with that title, and I'm from Central River region, but currently based in at Dipakunda. I'm a student, a poet, a storyteller, an entrepreneur, and also a motivational speaker as well. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that wonderful introduction. That is so wonderful. But you mentioned the humanitarian poet.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Why do you choose that name?
Yeah. The humanitarian poet is a unique name that comes to me when I join the Gambia Red Cross Society, and everyone know volunteers as their first principle as humanity, like which emphasizes about kindness, which emphasizes about valuing people and respecting each other. So in that particular condition, that's why I came with that particular title as the humanitarian.
Okay, that is so nice. Okay, as a poet, what can you tell the others? Dan nga muna wax ñi nga xamne xamuñ dara ci poetry te dañ lay dégga poetry. Yow ci sa walum knowledge wala sa walum xam-xam lan nga muna wax ñoo xamne xamuñ dara ci poetry na la ci lan moy poetry lan nga leen di muna wax.
Okay, poetry, Khadija, lu nga xam ne ni like mun naay wax ne as dawala. Comme lu nga xam ne ni dango binda. It involves writing and speaking. That's why we have two type of poets. We have the performance poet. We also have the written poets. Like people like me, we more of the written part than the performance, but we also do all. You have people that you know that they both write and they can be able to deliver, to give it on words of mouth. So poetry is about you reading, like seeing something that inspired you, and you write something about that particular title for the people to digest it and know the contextual meaning of that particular sense, which will try to change the life of people.
Okay.
And others, sometimes you will be residing poetry and people will calling you, hello, you inspire me and all those things. And others, sometimes it change their lifestyle.
Based on the words you say.
Based on the words that you said.
Okay.
So it's just about something that inspires people and also motivate them towards their daily career.
That is very true, because I personally sometimes more dig poetry, like a poem. Sometimes daf ma dee am lu ma dee jàngal xam nit yi duñ benn yow di mun ngaa déglu poem nga am loo si gis man ma gis fa like other side of it. So poetry daal mun naa wax in general daf lay jàngalaate daal daf lay tax nit ki life am change. But suñ jógee si question boobu noonu like poetry bëri na si biir Gambia bu fii nii te man Khadija mun naa jóg rek ma bind poem ma read ko. That doesn't mean ne man good poem la. So as a poet, lan nga need pour nga am as a poet pour nga nekk good, like a good poet.
Okay, like as a poet, I will quote from Dr. Cherno Omar Bari, who is currently the president of Writers Association. He once told me that a good poet should be a good reader, a person who like reading. Because if you don't have the reading habit, you are not going to have what we call your wording kits. Because as a poet, every day you need to develop one word. You need to at least know one word that is added to your vocabulary for you to learn more. Because the more you read, the more you like inspire yourself, and the more you inspire get inspired, the more you write. And when you write, like if you deliver it, people will know that yes, this is what we want. Because as a poet, you should not be what we call an hypocritical poet, like a poet that write only what favors people.
Yeah, sure.
But sometimes you write based on this society. You write what is happening on the ground, so that people will learn from it and learn most of the positive sides.
You can even write what is happening in the government.
So
Yeah, it's all part of poetry.
it's all part of poetry. You just write it in a disciplinary way,
Yeah,
in which
sure.
you know that
That
it
is
is
very
not going to
important.
touch.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because your words, you need to guide them as far as you can write, but you need to guide your words and know the type of words that you deliver and the type of words that you supposed not to deliver. In that particular sense, then people will learn from it and they will not get annoyed.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is very good. What is your genre or style in poet?
Yes, in poem I have more of what we call my poetic styles are more of what we call the verse poems. Like my poems are uh, like speaks based on the verses and also based on the rhythm part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like when you say verse, what do you mean?
Like verses, verses are stanzas that you develop.
I might know it, but the audience might not know it. That is why I said, like when you say verse, how do you mean? Because I would like you to elaborate on it more.
Okay, the verses of the poems are written in different stanzas, and all those stanzas came from the title that you have developed. Like example, we said here, yes, you just check something here. You said Mama Africa. So what are you going to say in Mama Africa? So you talk about the children of Mama Africa.
Okay.
You talk about the society, what are going through that particular land that we call Mama Africa. So through that one, like you have to write it in different verses and stanzas for people to get sense that yes, whosoever listen to it, and even if you don't know Mama Africa, he will get inspired and want to come and visit our this blessed land.
That is very good.
Yeah.
Okay, like yow mu nekk poet, loo dee feel yow soo jógee recite poem. Like for example nga dem su nga ñu war laa wa Basirou Mbaye nga ñëw nga recite ñu poem pour audience. After reciting that poem, lan nga lay feel? How do you
Okay.
feel?
I feel good, but sometimes I used to be very, very curious. After reciting, I will be going to my friends and asking them, yes, how was my performance? Hope I did do good. Hope I did justice. So sometimes they will tell me that, "But yes, you are good." I can remember when they invite me in this book lunch in Words on War. I don't recite a poem, but I give a story in front of the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly and other parliamentarians. But later, I heard even the Deputy Speaker was telling them, yes, I touched him. Because I was talking about African respecting their values, norms, and sense of humor, respecting the quality that we have as Africans, because we have a special ornaments. So through that one, it gives me network between me and that particular person. And sometimes you will be giving poem and people. I heard that after that one, someone called me from Basse and told me that I have watched your poem. You did great. You see, that's what we want as poets. When we recite, we will need feedback from people. Hence, we don't have the feedback, we will not be comfortable. Yeah.
Okay, that is very nice and it is very true. Okay, like lan moo la motivate pour nga def poetry?
Okay, like I was motivated by a special man from the Gambia Red Cross Society, which is called Jibu M. Seidi,
Okay.
who is part of the young and prominent Gambian
Wow.
histories. Gambian activist that coach young people. I can remember the first poem that I recite was about Bundung Home Red Cross Link.
Bundung.
That was the one I write and I recite it by my own self. And it was edited by Rufai M. Haidara, which was our then link leader.
Can you recite it for me? Because
Yes.
I would surely like to hear it.
Okay.
Okay.
Mighty Bundung Home Red Cross Link. Mighty Bundung Home Red Cross Links is a link where we have leaders who are not in love with money, but they are in love with humanity. Blood donation is our philosophy. We are open to everyone. We never lose our hopes and spirit. We gladly give humanitarian service to the rendering people. Mighty Bundung Home Red Cross volunteers strive nothing to be successful, but rather to be great value. We stand firm to our fundamental principles of humanity, impartiality, neutrality, independency, voluntary service, unity, and universality. That alone crown us with the mighty Bundung Home Red Cross link in the entire KMC. Yeah.
Wow, that is very nice.
That is just a hint part of the poem.
Mbayo wa bunu yeg nena. Because hamna sin la yege mo war na la fay de.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. That
So,
is,
because they coach me with regarding to the talent and others, we have a special team that nurture us every Sunday. They will call us to drama, they will call us to performance, they will call us to spoken words and all those stuffs. So they nurture me and also coach me. So that's why I said, wow, I must write something, some stanzas for it. Yeah.
that is very good. And it is very encouraging too.
So
Yeah. Like as a poet, cause man dama lay wax ne fi Gambia fi ni like music like I gonna equity poetry that. Poetry mënon na nek at the same level with music. Cause yeb ben la man si man.
so
Yeb ben la man dama ko lay wax ne té xawma nak nit yi ñu ko lay téye but man comme like I personally love poetry. Understand? Man dama lay wax ne poetry ak music tuuti rek la gaay uti. Cause ñaari yeb dañ lay jangalat. Understand? So as a poet, do you think that like poetry dafa reach come like dafa reach level ba nga xamne fofu la music nekk right now?
because poetry, like if you see Gambian poets not getting money or earning something from poetry or like moving forward in which they're supposed to move it, because poetry at first, like people like me, we read poem to inspire people to change their mentality, but like it's beyond that.
Okay.
Me, my best this one, like my best rapper that you know that when I listen to that person, I learn about poetry,
Okay.
which is deep. Yeah. When that guy is performing his songs,
And
you
like
really learn
that
that it's
guy
about
music
poetry.
is just like poetry.
Yes.
Yes.
It's just like poetry because poetry have like connection with music. All of them deals with creativity because
Which
if you are
many
not
people don't know.
creative,
Yes.
yes, all of them deals with creativity. Like you can see someone like who will do what we have what we call freestyle poetry. You just come, you see something, they tell you that tell us 3 verses about it. So that one is freestyle.
Yeah.
So then from there you bring your words, quote them and deliver. So the people who are listening are the ones who are going to relate how your performance is. And that is about music. So what I need is just like the Gambian poets need to know that what they have is about creativity. What they have is talent and it's very expensive. So if they don't value it, if you don't value it as poets, there's no one out there who is going to value it. And from there we are going to get zero from it, out of it. So what we need to do, we need to coach the creative mindset that we have and trying to develop a strong networking and connection between
How
us.
do we code that?
Yeah, how do we coach that? Currently, like we have a particular, we take out a particular academy which is called Nakala Poetry Academy. Which
Where
was
is it?
Nakala Poetry Academy was being launched by Safia Juf, the one who owns this book.
He's a poet.
Yes.
Like she's a poetess too.
She is a poetess too.
Okay.
Currently, she launched 2 books, which is this Words on War and Under the Spell of Poetry. But what we believe is we have to bring young poets together. And what we normally do, every Sunday, we normally meet and teach those young poets about the rules of poetry. If you are in poetry, like how do you raise your voice, which is like the rise and falls of your words, and how are you going to guide your words so that now the moment you speak, people are not going to feel bad from those words that you are giving, because it's very, very important as a poet. You guard your mentality and also try to guard your dignity, so that people out there will know that yes, what this person is doing, he knows it, he can do it, and he do it with respect.
Sure.
Yeah.
That is very nice. Yeah, I'm impressed, to be honest. I'm impressed. Okay, like, what are the challenges you face since you started doing poetry?
Okay, I can remember the first day that I write poem, someone approached me. I shared my poem. By then, I do share my poem. And still now I'm sharing, because if you don't share, you will not have what we call a proofreading. If you write poem today, even if it is 2 bars, you need to share it with people.
Okay.
When you share it with people, now they will give you the things that you left behind and the things that you need to adjust. So the first day I write poem, someone told me that you have to stop because you cannot do it. Yes.
Okay, like he or she was criticizing
Yes.
you. Okay.
But critics is part of poetry, because they said a good poet is someone that accepts critics. Because if you don't accept critics, you are not going to move forward. So I can remember that particular night I didn't sleep. I can't sleep. Full day I sat and start writing. Full day, from day up to like night, midnight, around 12.
Wow.
I start writing, writing different topic, because like his critics was not something that discouraged me, but it gives me like, it gives me determination. It gives me courage to write more and to research more. Yeah. So that's how I try to cope. We face different challenges. We face human barriers. We face physical barriers. We also face financial barriers. As I told you, currently I'm editing my book.
Your book.
Already it's been done.
Okay.
It's already edited. So currently, a book that I wrote.
Okay.
It's involved prose, poetry, and also storytelling.
Okay.
Because I do storytelling more. People know me more of storytelling.
Wow, I can't wait to
Sometimes-
like read that book. To be honest.
Sometimes I don't even the storytelling side. It was inspired by me through my grandma. By then, because I raised up in the village, my grandma raised me up. Yes, and he's the one that took me to schooling. May her soul rest in peace. No. No. My grandma nurtured me. I can remember by then they cook dugula and others. So every day he will corner me to the school and give me one plate. So that's how I tell my grandma that, you see, I'm going to school. Okay? But I will just pray for her soul to rest in perfect peace.
Oh.
And for your information, for me to pay her, the book that I am about to release, like, is dedicated to her.
Wow, you did well.
Yes,
so
as
honest,
part of the
well.
schoolings that he did to me.
Wow,
Yeah.
may her soul rest in peace.
Amen. Yes, so.
May her soul rest in peace. Okay, that is very nice. Like, what are the achievements you make since you started doing poetry?
Okay, I started doing poetry at Red Cross level.
Okay.
So from there, I was choosing to be part of the Gambia's Young Writers Association as a member. So after working with them for a few months, then I was given as the national correspondent of the Gambia Young Writers Association.
Congratulations.
So from there also, I came with Safia Tujuf. I met with her. She's also a mentor. She's the one that coached me. Sometimes when I am telling people who Safia is, sometimes they will be telling me that, yes, hala ki mom salala.
I even wanted to ask the same question.
Yes.
Yeah, because since you started the interview, you were like Sophia too, and you
Yeah.
even brought her book.
Book, yes.
Yeah.
Because like there are lots of inspirational poems in it that you know that when you read it, it's about our daily life, what is happening in our society. And what I love from her is she recommend people's that meant to be celebrated. There is a special 3 topics, 3 to 4 topics in this particular book that she celebrate both the late people that we are doing great in this country and the people who are alive and they are doing great. And he titled it as Celebrating Our Living Legends. And we need to recommend those living legends. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Have you launched your album? Have you ever launched an album yet?
No. I'm more into writing parts. So what I'm doing, part of my target is to develop a reading book.
And like you didn't start recording.
No.
But you
I
should.
never record.
But you should. As far
Yeah.
as poetry is concerned, you should start recording.
So by the
that
time
at
I
least-
was starting, I told you that there are different type of poems. I have a friend who wrote a book by the name Alassane Jai. They call it as Malcolm X Jr. He was the one that wrote book titled Guidance. I don't know whether you come across those books. We have many Gambian books now.
Yeah, sure.
Gambians are writing books. But the problem is, are our books being authorized to be used by Gambian students? By the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education. Part of encouragement and motivation to young poets in the Gambia. Because part of it, if they motivate us, we are going to seize the literature in the Gambia. Whereas there will be nothing that will be off-sourced from outsiders. We will use our own
but
books.
like even like if the Gambian government don't authorize it,
Yes.
you should have record at least 2 or 3 points. You understand?
Yes.
If they cannot read, they will read
Listen.
they will listen. Cause like 80% of our students are using phone now.
So
And they are using social media. So like if you record, they might get it from there.
yeah, but sometimes recording also involve different stuffs.
Stuff
It doesn't involve
Yeah.
only the creative mind.
I know.
Sometimes it involves the financial things. And as a school going children, you move into school, going through different difficulties in that.
But the question is,
Yes.
are you working towards that?
Yes, I'm working towards that. Last time I was even telling it to my mentor, Safia, that you need to take me to one studio so that I would record. Even if it is going to be something that that first time, people will understand that it's the first time, it's the first recording. But I have to go
like
and...
as I always say, jungle is here for everyone.
Yeah, so...
You understand? Like we like nurture people like you that are so talented, but they didn't have the support. Understand? You cannot be a poet and you didn't record any of your poem yet.
So-
So you see, so like this is the platform where like we help young poets so that they will achieve their dreams. So we will surely work on that. I
Okay.
promise.
I would love that.
Inshallah.
And thank you for inviting me. This is a good opportunity. But I tell you that I love story.
You love story.
Yes.
But like you
And I
like,
want to read
like
story.
I would say like I would suggest you to like focus on your like poet more.
Yeah, poetry go with stories. Because like when you are a good writer, sometimes others even like the way that they write poem. They write poem in like sort of what we call story verses. Whereas you give in narration of the independent of the Gambia. You know that one you can write it based on what we call story poems. You start giving it to storytelling. Like I can tell you, Safiatou Diouf read a poem not long ago on the national dialogue. Whereas both the president and the cabinet ministers and the other political party leaders were present. He was reading from where we started until now where we are. But he read it in a story verses. like sort of poem, but if you listen to it, you will know that he's reading what we call story.
Okay.
Yeah. So like in this story, that doesn't mean that like I will negligent this the poetry part.
I will not even allow you to do that.
Yes,
As
because the
far as poetry is concerned, I will not allow you to do that.
yes, yeah. So, but I want to try to guard what we have as a society. The reason why I do use storytelling because people forget about what we call our ancient traditions. They forget about the issues of our grandmothers and our grandpas,
Which is very
part of
important.
their modesties, part of their dress codes, part of their like habits, part of what they were doing to value their husbands and their wives. We totally forget about it. So trying to bring those stories will try to make people to remember. People like us, that we think that everything is modern now. Yeah. So those are some of the reasons. That's why I also try to bring story also in line with poetry.
Okay, that is very nice. But like, do you think that poetry is only meant for smart people?
No, no, no. If I can tell you, I didn't do literature. I never do a subject called literature.
Were you not doing arts?
No, I'm a commerce student.
Wow.
I can
Okay.
remember.
Okay.
I can remember someone who told me that like I know only one accountant still also a poetry who is in United States and you are the one that seconded that particular person. Because people believe that a commerce student you are always good in calculation. Yeah, but poetry is about passion. My desire for poetry is the passion that I have towards poetry.
Okay, that is very good.
Yeah.
Time is not on our side, so I will allow you to make your concluding remarks.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, right? Okay,
Yes.
thank you, viewers.
Okay.
I would like to appreciate this particular poetry slam today, and I will thank Khadija. He just saw me at this
Olden days.
bright future generation, the olden days, where I was giving one of the story, which was about moral lesson story, and I think she was inspired by that, and I saw her come and tell me that what is your name, please, and your telephone number. So that is about appreciation, and I really, really appreciate you valuing Gambian poets and you also trying to guide them and trying to nurture them so that they will be able to become who they are today. So, fellow Gambians, I'm here, your poet, the humanitarian, and I'm coming with a particular book.
You can also recite a poem before going.
Yes.
At least one.
Yeah, I'm coming with a book, and the title of the book is called Halimba Askanbi, the red pen of the society. Okay, so I will be requesting sponsorship and help from anyone out there who can try to help, so that at least this one will come through. Because from the starting compilation up to now, I don't like have dime from anyone. I put everything from my pocket. I've toiled
Wow.
and pay. And I think that is about you loving what you want to be. One day it will be what we call a narration, a story that you will narrate. Okay, so I will close by this. Has the Gambia desired 59 years of independence? Gambia was known for her smiling coast. But finally, still now, Gambia didn't decide. As I quote from Aliou Badara Diouf, which states that for dega amut, dego de am. Then Gambia nen len fexe dego ñu boole suñu xol yi defal suñu xelaat yi te xam ne fekk dego woon Gambia will never decide. From the agricultural sector to the educational sector, from the educations to economic sectors, we have to unite and develop an action plan that will be towards the national development of our beloved nations. People said Gambia decided, but Gambia never decided. A country that was known for smiling coast being turned into crying coast. A country that was known for her peace and tranquility being turned into murdered and astrate life. Did the Gambia really decides. Hello viewers, thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so nice. I love that poem. Mbokk yi dinañ wax ne ngeen dem déglu ko. Time is not on our side. Ñu suñ sañoon dañ doon continuer ba ñu am fi few hours waxtaan bi gën a yaatu. Waaye time bi moo jeex, time bi fii la am, so dinañ wax ne next time inshallah ne andil more of these chats inshallah. Di leen dig dox daje ba beneen yoon inshallah. Bye.